Live from fictional New York City.
Woo!
This is a Fresh Cup of Comics live.
With just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the two of us. Streaming every Friday night.
Where is John?
Where's John? John's moving. Doing some moving stuff into a new place.
He's not moving away.
No, not moving away. Just into a new place.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Ryan. This is Zach.
Your friendly neighborhood Daisy.
And I don't know what I am yet, but
The Incredible Ryan.
I love Incredible Ryan. I could be, throw magic at you or like crush you at the same time. Who knows? So, hey, what are we gonna do? And
Copy. Just sending the beacon to
are
all
we
of my
live?
friends.
Let's see. Oh, there we go. Here we are. All right.
We're alive.
We're live. Look at me
alive.
looking a little. I kind of look like the Killing Joke with the Hawaiian shirt and the hat. All I need is the camera, or my Bang Energy. Bang Energy, sponsored by Bang Energy.
Not really.
Not really. Wish we could. That'd be awesome. So Bang, if you're watching, we'll sponsor you if you want. Bang, 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 but bang. Big bang in your life. All right, wait. That didn't sound right. Sorry, guys.
No, I thought the lyrics were really deep.
They were deep in my soul.
Oh my god. All right, so we got a few things to talk about today. Let me go ahead and turn this down here.
Well, Link. Link.
Sup?
What's up, buddy? Wait, gotta open the magic chest. It's Link. We should have. That'd be a cool sound effect if we had it at one point.
Yeah, every time you show this up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot of stuff that happened over the week. A lot of DC stuff, some Marvel stuff.
That's exciting. Exciting news.
Yeah. What do you want to start with, Marvel or DC?
Let's go DC.
Okay.
Let's go dark into the DC realm.
Before we begin, can you guys hear us okay? Are we coming across, the audio is one thing that we don't have a microphone to set up with this phone yet. Hopefully we get a webcam here soon, but for right now we have to deal with the audio on the phone, just making sure you guys can hear us. Make sure we're coming across good.
Hopefully.
I was watching a video on YouTube earlier and it kind of got me scared because this guy did a whole video, and uploaded it, it was live, uploaded it and everything, didn't know the sound was off.
Oh my god.
So he just went on a rant, ramble, and then
silent show.
it was just quiet.
It's like the silent era.
Yeah, except he was just,
We could dress like Charlie Chaplin and do a silent show.
amazing.
And just have subtitles.
Sound is good. We're okay. All right.
Links on the job.
All right. So first of all, we'll talk about the big one that just came out kind of today. The Joker. Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, and the Joker standalone movie coming out.
But maybe if I do this, it kind of looks like the trailer where it's like.
Oh, just like the shutter effect. Yeah.
I don't know.
We got a piece of test footage of Joaquin Phoenix as Arthur Fleck, aka the Joker. Little low.
I have to turn up the volume.
Well, I mean, you can't turn up the input volume.
Well,
We just have to talk loud.
okay. All right. Well, here we are. How's that?
Hey,
we're here. We're here on the live Fresh Cup of Comics show.
So yeah, the Joker movie. We got some test footage of Arthur Fleck, aka the Joker. He's wearing basically just like your basic clown makeup.
Yeah.
Not the Joker look that everybody's looking forward to, but it is just test footage. We don't have a mic. We just have the phone.
Yeah, just the phone.
Just the phone that we're recording on. Yeah. We could probably try to move that phone closer, I guess.
Yeah. Hold on, Zach. Technical difficulties. Here we go. All right.
Technical difficulties?
Difficulties. I'm just gonna dance like this, guys, while he's moving it.
All right, watch your foot, because your foot's right next to the tripod.
Ah, my foot. All right.
That's really close. But that's what we got to do,
All right. Hey, I'm liking it close.
Hey.
Get close to me, guys.
Get close to me now.
All my muggers out there. Link's the only mugger on right now.
I thought there was three watching.
Oh, maybe there is. Maybe I just can't. He's the only one typing then. I'm
Gotcha.
sorry. Thank you, Link. So,
All right.
Link, I heard you don't want to watch My Hero Academia because there's
yeah.
not enough episodes.
That's
I think you should watch it only because I think you'll fall in love with it just as I did.
It's good. It's good. But back on topic, sir.
So I was, just
quit joking around.
sorry,
So the Joker. At first, I was a little apprehensive because I didn't like the clown makeup. A lot of people were thinking that's going to be the final look for the Joker. I don't think that's the case. Like I said, this is just test footage to see how it, like the tone of the movie, like how it's going to look on camera. Like a lot of times they'll do costume tests and things like that aren't the final look of these characters. But from what I see, like the tone that this set and everything, like I'm on board. Like it looks like a psychological horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it. Like when I first saw, I saw the picture, and I was like, "Oh, what is this?"
Mhm.
I didn't want to read into it at first, "Oh, f this," it looks horrible, whatever, So I was like, "Let me go back," and I watched the trailer. Of course, I watched it without sound. Then I put the sound on with the music, and it just it tied everything together. And then when he smiled, and then
And then it's went straight.
went
pancakes,
blank face, I'm like, that's the Joker right there, man. That's what I want to see.
And already though, people are kind of upset because, like I said, they want the classic Joker look.
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, there's also people out there who don't realize this is not the Joker that we're going to be getting in the Justice League movies.
No.
This is a different Elseworlds version of
Yeah.
the Joker. There's his own thing.
So think of some of these, an independent comic taking the character and just making a different version of the Joker that you're not used to.
Yeah, same character, different versions. Yeah.
Or think of the Killing Joke.
Yeah.
In that way, in that matter, you're gonna learn probably how he became what he became. So maybe that's just what we saw today. Maybe it was just when he's transitioning to that the full on Joker.
Full Joker, yeah. Which makes me curious because in the Killing Joke, it was a culmination of things. It was his down on his luck. He was down on his luck with he didn't have a good job. He was a failed comedian.
Yeah.
He had a wife that he cared for, but she ultimately, how that turned out. And then he's also mixed up with this crime and stuff like that. So it was a culmination of things. And then when it actually came time for him to be dunked into the toxic sludge and everything, he was already psychologically broken.
What if they do this now that you're saying all that with the crime and all that, right? So he dons on this makeup to cover his face to do the crime. I know it's not like what we see in Killing Joke, but he wears it like it's his, so they don't know his face.
Yeah.
Well, then he gets tossed into this vat of acid, and with the makeup already on his face,
it stays there.
It stays there, but not the same color. It goes completely white.
Yeah.
And you see that change. That would be pretty cool, I think.
That's something different. Yeah, I can see that.
Because he's already if you remember from the Killing Joke, he had he was kind of homely.
Mm-hmm.
In the clothes he wore, which that's what he has now with, that he's wearing. He almost looks to me like a Mr. Rogers, the way he has the sweater vest. He gets hey, Mr. Rogers, creepy Mr. Rogers,
Yeah.
Why not?
Won't you be my neighbor?
Won't you be my neighbor?
So yeah, that was kind of the big news.
Yeah.
Another thing from DC is in the Titans show. So we've already got clips of Dick Grayson meeting Jason Todd, who's at the time of the show. Jason Todd is the new Robin, just starting out, and you can see that kind of back and forth, that kind of resentment a little bit, just in the clips that we've seen. Apparently, we're going to be getting at least glimpses of that universe's Batman in that show. We got a couple of shots of the suit they're going to be using in the show.
Yeah. I didn't see that yet. Okay.
Let me see if I can actually look it up real quick.
That's cool.
It looks like a combination between Christian Bale's the armor pieces, kind of like straps and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then the Batman Forever cowl. So
the taller ears.
It doesn't have the wrinkled eyebrows or anything. It looks more like
it's flat,
like an angled cheekbone,
cowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see if I can look it up real quick. But it in these low res test shots of this suit, it doesn't look that great.
Okay.
People are thinking that it's meant to be shot in shadows. Like we're just gonna catch glimpses of a Batman rather than getting a full Batman character. Maybe we'll see kind of like a silhouette of him or something, you know?
Like on the rooftop, or like jumping, or you see like a shadow of him, like with a light hitting a building. You see him jumping or something.
Yeah, just like the basic outline. Because I mean, he's a recognizable enough person, hero, just to show his silhouette. You know immediately is Batman.
Why is it? All right, so they did like a show on Superman, right? So they did like Smallville. They did all these different shows on Superman. Why not do? I know Gotham kind of has Batman in it, but just a straight up Batman television show.
Same reason
Is he bigger than Superman? That's what I'm saying. Like
same reason they won't do a Spider-Man show.
Oh, that'd be what?
Oh yeah, no, I would love to see a
imagine
Spider-Man like
Netflix,
Netflix, yeah.
Or they even if they took like not even Peter Parker, but like Miles Morales.
Yeah.
And just took that story, because not a lot of people know about Miles Morales unless you're a super Spider-Man fan.
Yeah.
So why not take that character, put him in a Netflix show where you can learn about that universe?
Yeah.
Rather than being like a cartoon. I'll take a cartoon, you know, or animated one. Why not?
But I mean, like live action stuff, like they're trying to keep their big heroes on the big screen.
Of course, yeah.
Smaller heroes, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the suit. So you can see. Yeah, it doesn't look good up close, but it looks good far away. Which people are thinking like. From far away, like he looks passable as like
it almost looks like Year One, dude.
Kind of.
If
but
you look at the
Year One.
If you look at the cow though, I'm saying like cow wise. If you look at the Year One, say you look at the Year One movie, the DVD, the way it looks, the way it rounds out.
Yeah.
Hey, all I know is I wouldn't mind seeing the suit from this Batman Damned on a movie or something.
See if this will open. There's the cowl.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but like taller ears and stuff.
Yeah, higher ears.
So people are thinking that we're gonna see Batman and Titans, but from far away, like in the shadows, just enough to be like recognizable. Like he's an entity that's there, and he
looking
affects
over
them.
Robin and all that. Okay.
I can almost see it like a flashback, like Robin thinks, because the way that we already know that he like resents Batman.
Yeah, of course.
You know, with the infamous "fuck Batman" line.
Yeah.
Fuck Batman. Fuck Batman. Which apparently was in reshoots. They went back and reshot that to kind of set the tone.
What if that instead of F, they're like, oh, we can't say F, so that's
Frick Batman.
Freak Batman.
F-R-I-C-K. Frick Batman. It's a cat.
Meow.
So those are the two big DC cinematic stuff.
I'm excited for it. Sure. I'm excited for the Joker for sure. Like it just seeing that, and it's just test footage. Like
oh yeah.
It just I don't know. It
just
like you said
the
tone of it. Like it seems like it could be something worthy.
It's gonna be something different for sure.
Yeah.
I love it, the artistry behind it. Like it's artistic. It's not just
yeah.
Speaking of art.
Yes.
Would you like to bring that into frame?
Yes, let me bring that into frame.
The new Batman comic everybody's talking about these days, and I mean everybody is talking about, is Batman Damned. It is the first comic in the new Black Label over at DC, which is a series of different spin-off, well not spin-off, one-shot basically like comics. So they take characters and they make Elseworld stories about them that doesn't have to do with the official continuity of DC Comics.
Yeah.
They can kind of do their own thing, which we've had in the past before with things like The Killing Joke or The Dark Knight Returns, things like that. Now it's under this thing called DC Black Label, which is really cool. You can get one of these things and they'll have like a little sticker looking thing on it that says Black Label. They're going for the more adult, edgy kind of vibe for this, and in this comic,
I mean, look at this artwork, guys. I mean, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, Brian Azzarello, I believe, he did Batman Noel, and he also did Arkham Unhinged, I want to say.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, very very detailed artwork. This guy's very very detailed. It looks like you're reading a movie, and this comic has Batman's penis in it.
You can't really see it, but it's over here.
It's silhouetted, but you can see the outline of it.
It's
and
over
that was
here.
enough. That was enough to trigger people,
Yeah.
and everybody is talking about this to the point where DC. There's been a certain amount of backlash against DC to where all the digital versions of this are now censored, and all future printings
Reprints,
of this
reprints that are coming out won't have that.
are going to be censored, and then any future Black Label comics that come out will be censored.
So that's right. The Fresh Cup of Comics has the uncensored one.
Yeah, so if you guys can go out and buy this now, because you're not going to get this version of this comic anymore with Batman's silhouette penis. It's a weird reason to buy a comic, but it's going to be a collectible.
And also it doesn't. It's not comic book size. It's a magazine size, or like a bigger trade back.
Yeah, so you're gonna have a tough time putting it into like a comic book bag.
you might be able to find like a magazine one or something.
But that's the variant cover. The original cover of it is Batman's face, and it turns almost into like a grisly smile. This is the Jim Lee variant cover. Really cool. You can see Batman bleeding out of his ribs there and everything. Really cool. This actually is a horror story. It's a Batman horror story. It involves Zatanna, Enchantress, Constantine, Deadman. In that version, or in this storyline, this is the first of 3, I think it is.
Yeah, first of 3.
The Joker is dead, and some weird stuff's going on, and Batman
is haunted by something. So
yeah,
something. Who knows?
But there's a cliffhanger at the end. If you guys want to go check it out. Go check it out. It's like, what is it, $7, $8?
It's $7. It's $6.99.
$7, and it's the first of 3, so it's going to be kind of its own thing. But it's really cool. The artwork alone is worth it. I think.
This one came out last Wednesday, or this Wednesday.
This past Wednesday, yeah.
This past Wednesday. The next one's I think November something. But yeah, the next one you got a little bit. So hopefully, I know they're bringing out a lot of reprints that won't have what we just showed you. So if, like Zach said, if you're able to go get it, or try to find it online.
Yeah. Oh, and at the very back of it has the cover of the second issue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the issue that comes out in November actually has a version of Harley Quinn as the cover art. It's kind of awesome. I'm really digging it. It's like a Day of the Dead type of base paint and stuff.
So artwork's amazing. I mean, just to get the book for the artwork.
Yeah,
it's really cool. If you're not into reading, at least get it for the artwork because it's cool.
And that's the thing with one-shots that I love, is that people who don't know where to start in comics, it's because there's such a huge continuity to follow. You don't know where to start. But with one-shots and like offshoots
you
and
can start
stories, it begins right there. And it only lasts for 3 issues, so it's super easy to pick up, read through, and then get a really cool storyline,
Yeah, read that, and then you'll get into like, oh man, I really like Batman. And like if you never read a Batman, or if you never read like Green Arrow or whatever, Marvel, and you read a one-shot, and you fall in love with that character, and then you start, going to subscribe to one of those books.
Which leads beautifully into the next topic, which we're going to switch over to Marvel at the moment. Yeah. Actually, you know what? One more thing before we do Marvel.
Okay.
I almost forgot.
Oh yeah, the birds of prey thing, right? Did you just find out?
Well, Birds of Prey, they're circling some actresses for certain parts, but nothing official yet. But we got an official casting for Stargirl.
Yes.
For the DC universe. I forget, her name is Breck.
The girl that was, if you ever watched Bella and the Bulldogs.
I've never seen it, but maybe somebody knows them.
Lisa and Bella used to watch it.
Okay, but I know she's a 19-year-old up-and-coming actress.
On this show, like that she was on, she was a cheerleader that was able to throw a football better than the quarterback. So they took her off the cheerleading squad and made them.
Oh, okay, cool.
Made her the quarterback of the team.
That's interesting.
Kind of a cute show, but
I watched that.
Looking at her, I could see her being Stargirl.
Yeah.
With the mask on, the blonde.
See, I'm not really familiar with Stargirl.
You'd have to see what her body looks like. I think it fits perfectly for that.
Okay. I'm excited. I'm excited to find out, because I mean, like, Stargirl is one of those characters that I never even, like, before this, I never paid much attention.
Well, Stargirl got her powers from her dad.
Starman. Yeah.
Which he carried the same staff. I guess he just gave it to her or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. That's all I know. I've just seen them on shows, and they're smaller. Like it's a very small character that you see once in a while. I've never really, like they show up out of nowhere. And I want to say I just read in Justice League issue 7 or whatever. Starman shows up.
Okay.
So I think that's.
I wonder if this is okay. So this is what I'm guessing with this. This is what I could see what happening with Stargirl. Stargirl is one of those characters, like for me, like I said, I never paid attention to. But they're giving her own show. She's already cast.
Yeah.
And DC Universe, they're just like cranking out these shows. They've already got Doom Patrol filming right now. They're gonna start to work on Swamp Thing. They're gonna be doing
What did you hear?
Stargirl.
Did you hear Swamp Thing's gonna be like rated R?
Ooh.
That's what I
I
heard.
actually didn't hear that.
Yeah, I heard that recently, and I was like, okay, well that sounds pretty cool.
Okay. I'm down.
Because if it's rated R, they could make it maybe horror like.
Horror, yeah, like
horror,
body
yeah,
horror. That's what I
body
want.
horror, yeah.
That's what I want, like a horrific display of mutation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Stargirl, I can see them turning her into sort of like a Guardians of the Galaxy type situation where people didn't really know who Guardians were, but now everybody knows who the Guardians
Yeah.
are. And as soon as you say Guardians of the Galaxy, people are like, oh, Guardians. Yes, I can see that being Stargirl.
Yeah.
Where not many people know, and then like everybody knows Stargirl.
I don't even know like honestly what her powers are. Like she has a staff,
Mhm.
and that's all I know. I don't know what the powers they have.
Yeah.
Starman and Stargirl. So
Let's see. I know Stargirl from Smallville. That's all. Apparently, it was her best friend in there. He died. Then she picked up the staff. He was like her mentor. Okay, gotcha. So her powers are based on like a staff.
the staff
Gotcha,
that her
okay.
dad had at one point. I want to say her dad gave her powers, but I'm not 100% on that.
Gotcha. Well, we'll have to see. We'll see how the show. I wonder if it's going to coincide with Doom Patrol and Titans. I know Swamp Thing apparently was supposed to be its own thing and not mixed in with those two shows.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you got this whole DC Universe thing, it's the DC Universe.
True.
Why not just make them all connected? I mean, you don't have to like ever have Swamp Thing meet them, but you can have little things here and there, like like a news clipping of the Titans saving the day one day.
Yeah.
In Swamp Thing, and that's the only thing you have, but that connects it right there. You know.
True.
Kind of like the Netflix shows where they just like they reference the big green guy, and that's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, this is part of that universe. Yeah. So that's the DC news that I have. Let's see, Joker, Batman, Stargirl. Yeah.
Okay.
And then with Marvel, we were talking about continuity in comics, and I watched a really interesting video earlier today from Comic Story, which I forgot to tell you about, but
Okay.
you should check it out. He was saying Marvel's Spider-Man for PS4 is proof that the Marvel comic universe needs a reboot.
Okay.
Because he was saying in the video, and if you guys get a chance to go watch a Comic Story and did this video, he basically said that the Marvel continuity has pretty much been the same for like almost 60 years, since the 1960s.
Okay.
And they do a couple of things here and there, but it's not like DC where they every couple of years they do like a soft reboot where they like get rid of most things and then start over. Marvel will do an event and they'll just mix everything together, and even like the Ultimate Universe, they ended that and they mixed everything together, and so this whole Marvel universe is just a big hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff melted together trying to make it work. Yeah. And what you get with a Spider-Man PS4 game is a small, concise story that starts you off in that direction, and it gives you just enough to give you history in that Spider-Man universe. Okay. Without making it overbearing. So he said something along the lines of he has a 6-year-old nephew who he was like, what's easier, like if they like Spider-Man, like, oh here, like sit down, I'm gonna make a YouTube video about the entire continuity of Spider-Man, or I can show them the plot of the video game, and it just sets them off right there. Yeah. They need a reboot where they can just like start from scratch, get rid of all the stuff that's crazy right now, like all the weird plot lines. I mean, like Doctor Doom has the Iron Fist, and he's also Sorcerer Supreme, and he's also the Ghost Rider at the same time. What? Like that's too much power. Like you're making him too powerful now. Like Doctor Doom is supposed to be like powerful in an intimidating way, not powerful in a cartoonishly like over 9,000 like. But start from scratch. Do like a New 52 type reboot where you keep the best parts of these characters, and then you start it over for people like nowadays who are just getting into comics because of the movies and stuff. Yeah. To have a clear point, just like a
exactly. Yeah. Like I almost wish. The Spider-Man story is getting better from the last few issues that you have read. I was telling you, so hopefully it goes the way we want it to go after this next issue. But you know, like I almost wish after that Red Goblin one, it
Kind of wish they just stopped.
yeah, just stopped and just
Yeah.
not even do any more Spider-Man for a little bit.
That's the problem though, is because that was the culmination of 800 issues. 800 issues, and that was the culmination of it. I don't think there's anything they could have really done to follow
Yeah.
it up with
Yeah.
that could have like had that kind of weight.
And we didn't even read the earlier ones. Well, I didn't. I don't know if you ever.
I read some of it. I didn't.
I gotta
didn't
go
keep
back.
up.
I would like to go back and read from 1 all the way up.
I read some of I read some of Parker Industries where he had
Yeah.
the glowing symbol on his because he was like the head of his own like
Yeah,
corporation.
yeah.
I read some of Superior Spider-Man, which is a little weird, but like looking back, it's a cool concept
Yeah.
because of how they handled it and stuff. But like it's, I mean, that's still like with the Spider-Man that we're reading today, that still happened. So like at one point in this continuity, like how do you tell somebody that's to want to start reading Spider-Man comics?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Spider-Man that you were reading right now, at one point he was trapped inside the dying body of Dr.
yeah.
Octopus when Dr. Octopus took over his body and tried to woo Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Like it's so out there, so weird. So
Well, and again, you'll read a comic, you'll like one character, like we like, you know, the Spider-Mans, for instance.
Yeah.
You start reading, we loved that storyline with the Red Goblin.
It was good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
And then it goes to this new one, and we're just like, what the heck's going on? We thought it was gonna be like, when I looked at the cover, I was like, oh man, look at all these cool, amazing characters that used to have in the animated show that it looks like they're gonna go back to,
But they weren't in the comic.
They weren't in the comic yet. So, the first issue of that book was very long.
It was
Long-winded.
convoluted, a little weird. Yeah.
The second one, I liked.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. I kind of liked the idea of the lizard having that thing on his neck and beyond the.
Oh, yeah, the lizard having a thing that every time he tries to turn into
or
a
gets
raging
mad,
lizard,
yeah, it would.
like he would.
But it kept him as the
electrocuted.
lizard. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then the third one, you're like, what's going on? And the fourth one, you're like, what the hell?
They played around too
Yeah,
long. Like,
but like after this last one, it was pretty decent. So hopefully
Yeah.
it gets back to where it was.
I know these next couple issues they have variant covers that have Black Cat on them, so I'm interested to see where that goes.
Well, you guys obviously. Well, did I tell them that in the weekly spill?
What?
About Spider-Man? No, that's next. The next issue coming out.
Okay.
So I can't really.
Can't divulge that information.
Yeah, until next week. So.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, look forward to that. The weekly spill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have a couple of different issues of Spider-Man that you can follow. You have, first of all, you have Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. You have the main line, the Amazing Spider-Man.
Mhm.
You have the Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. You have Ultimate Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Superior Spider-Man coming out.
Oh, did they really have that coming out too?
Yeah,
they have a bunch of
October.
Superior.
Superior Octopus, or I'm sorry, Superior
Octopus,
Octopus,
yeah.
not Superior Spider-Man.
Yeah, that comes out. Superior Spider-Man comes out in December.
Oh, is it December? I thought it was October.
Superior Spider-Man comes out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Superior Octopus comes out
October something.
in October, and then Superior Spider-Man comes out in December, which automatically, like, Superior Octopus goes out the window.
Yeah,
Because you know
yeah.
where that story goes.
Well, I think they're gonna tie 'em in with the Spider-Geddon, which they're having like all these Spider-Man
Spider-Geddon.
books. Spider-Geddon.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck's going on? What's up, Ramos?
RIP YouTube notifying me like 20 minutes later. Hey, you know what? Better late than never. How's it going, man?
What's up?
Glad to have you guys
Yes.
in the discussion here.
Also, I wanted to thank everybody that's supporting us so far. We're at, guys, just a update. I don't know if you saw on our thing. We're at 85 subscribers.
85, 15 away from 100.
15 away from 100. So, hey, I'll do anything. If you get us to 100 right now, I'll do push-ups or whatever. I'll jump out my window.
Print out some flyers and drop them off a bridge
Yeah.
somewhere. An overpass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not dangerous at all.
How about you get me to 100 right now? I'll go downstairs and I'll chug my bottle. I'll bring the bottle up and I'll chug the whole bottle of champagne in front of you.
That sounds dangerous.
It is.
Let's do this,
But,
guys.
Yeah, come on.
But yeah, so right now we're talking about Spider-Man,
Yes.
the continuity, the different type of issues you can get. But yeah, it all depends on what kind of Spider-Man you want. I thought Amazing Spider-Man would be like the one to read.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like right now with the issues that I've read, I'd rather just play the game again. Like the game is like like I said, like the game is just like everything that you love about Spider-Man in a package.
Don't worry,
like,
guys.
I
I'll
can't
keep
wait.
you. I'll keep you updated on it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm reading. Even though the stories is it's way off.
It's.
I'm still gonna read and I'll
Yeah.
let you guys know what's going on because
No, I'll read it.
Yeah.
I'm not putting much stake into it.
Of course, yeah.
Because I'm finding that whenever that comic kind of like fails in my eyes, another comic succeeds. So I'm like keeping my eyes on like the indie comics, the Image stuff that comes out.
Oblivion's Song, like that's one of your better ones you're gonna go get right now. Magic Order, which is about to be done with.
Yeah.
It's
limited run.
Yeah, I think 6 is
Something
coming
like
out
that,
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But another one that's coming out, if you guys are into, if you're missing on Stranger Things, Stranger Things is coming out with a comic where it's going to be talking about what happened, like what Will had to go through in the Upside Down. So it's a story on Will.
Who is that? Is that Image or Dark Horse?
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse. Yeah.
Comes out next week, I think, and then the following one is October 31st. How cool is that? You know,
That's pretty awesome.
And the covers are cool, and people have been posting pictures on Instagram, at least on ours,
Yeah.
of some of the pictures in the book. So it looks really cool. I'm
Nice.
excited for it.
Speaking of Marvel properties.
Yeah.
Speaking of like Spider-Man Marvel properties, Captain Marvel trailer dropped. I'm digging it. Some people aren't. It's kind of divisive actually. I wasn't expecting because usually a Marvel trailer drops and people are just like, oh.
Well, I can't wait to see that.
You guys see that new trailer for that Marvel movie? Holy shit! This one, people are like,
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it and I was like, okay, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm
Time
down
to
to
sign
see
me
it.
up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that much about Captain Marvel other than
Yeah, but when you do a retrospective of the trailer, like if you look back and you watch it, there's nothing in the trailer that tells the general audience who she is or what she does.
Yeah.
They say that she's a pilot and she was a little girl once.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing in the trailer that tells you who the Skrulls are. You get a small glimpse of a Skrull, and then you get a couple of scenes later, you get a shot of her punching an old lady. As comic fans, we know why she punched an old lady.
Yeah.
As an old lady who doesn't know anything about this, they're locking their doors.
Oh my god, she's punching me.
Oh, I don't know, the superheroes out there punching old ladies like me. Like, I don't know what, but people, they didn't explain, like, Skrulls are taking over, they're just kind of like, oh, she's powerful enough to punch a lady on a bus. and then you get some, like, shots of her as a little girl again.
Yeah.
I think what they should have done is they should have used this first trailer to set up, there's an invasion coming.
Yeah.
Like, show shots of, like, ominous shots of a city, show shots of the Skrulls or whatever, and at the very
Big
end, show her, like, kind of, like, standing up and then powering up. Teaser. Done.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of spending
It's
the
almost
entire
like
trailer
they showed too
saying-
much, you're saying? Like,
I'm saying they showed a lot of stuff, but they didn't give us context.
okay.
They showed us a lot of stuff about how she used to be a little girl and she's overcome some things.
Mhm.
But it's like, why did she overcome those things?
Yeah.
What does she do?
Yeah.
What is her power? I saw laser beams at some point coming out of her hands. I'm just talking about like general audience.
Yeah.
Like, what does she do? Like, what is her power? What Jude Law's in this? What does he do? Like, we don't know anything about it other than what we know as comic fans.
True.
Let's see. Spider-Man PS4 was amazing. I got a PlayStation just for it. It was definitely worth it. Yes, it was.
Wow.
It's my favorite game
All right, Ramos.
ever. My favorite game.
Did
ever.
you get the Spider-Man PlayStation 4? Did you buy that? Go out
the
and buy
limited,
that? I liked
PlayStation
it, dude.
4.
I honestly I would go
Yeah.
trade mine out and go buy it if I could.
For sure, yeah. If I had the money,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. 10 Marvel trailer, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I loved it. I liked it. I'm genuinely excited to see it.
Marvel knocks it out of the park with how they do their movies. So
Mhm.
I can't imagine it being awful necessarily, but
Yeah, Ramos was saying the same thing. I thought it was dope, but like to be honest, they need to explain the Skrulls. Like this chick socks an old lady in the face. You gotta explain it exactly. It seems so out of like.
they'll probably have to fix something.
They only showed one little shot of the Skrulls, and it was the still that we got a few days prior.
Yeah. Well, they showed that part where like the ship appeared, and then like you see the thing like that guy standing in the preview. It was like you said, real quick.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick. It's like okay.
Yeah.
So
But, like,
Piccolo from
But
Dragon Ball
you
Z?
didn't even hear the name Skrull once. Not even like all the Skrulls are coming. Like
You son of a scroll.
to untrained eye like that. Like the audience is gonna be like, was that a green dude that they just like shot by real quick? Just a green dude, a flash of a green dude on a beach.
It was Piccolo, bro.
Yeah, Piccolo. It was
That's
Piccolo.
what people were saying. It looks like Piccolo.
I mean, Captain Marvel does go Super Saiyan at the end of the trailer,
Yeah,
so
true. Whoa, what if she's Super Saiyan?
what if this secretly a Dragon Ball movie?
Hidden underneath all this, she is a Super Saiyan.
It's like $600 for the special edition now. I'm good with the Slim. Yeah, I got the collector's edition. It was like $150, but it came with a cool statue. That's what I wanted. I just wanted a statue to keep on my desk, and then also it came with like a steel book and stuff, which I go crazy for steel books. But yeah, it makes me excited for the future of like. Okay, so they were saying. I'm gonna jump back on Spider-Man PS4 real quick.
Okay.
Not just the game, but like what.
Well,
they were
we
saying
didn't really
with the
get
game.
we didn't really get to talk about it. So
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not gonna try to like review it all on here or anything, but I do want to say they've been interviewed about the game since it's released, and they've heavily implied that this is like no, they've Brian Intihar, the creative director of the game, has flat out said that this is the Iron Man of the Marvel video game universe.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was
It's
like, how cool would that be? Like
Setting up the seeds for future Marvel games.
how cool would that be for an Iron Man game like that? But you're playing as Iron Man, flying around the city.
Or Thor, or the Punisher, or Black Panther.
Hulk.
The Hulk. Where's that game? Where's that game, guys? I want that game again. Like
Why not?
Ultimate Destruction.
why
Come
not-
on, that was amazing.
Why not have like, you could have that, but like have Bruce Banner walking around the city like doing stuff, and then like he gets
Yes!
someone bumps into him, he gets mad, and he like hulks out.
Yeah. Okay. So some of the best stuff in the Spider-Man game for me was the fact that they.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes,
So
yes,
one
thank
of the best things in the
Yeah.
Spider-Man game for me was the Peter Parker sections. So you'd have to spend some of this game playing as just a normal guy who is secretly Spider-Man, but like you know that, but people around you don't, and it's cool because they treat you 100% different.
Yeah.
So you'll go to the like the homeless shelter, the feast, and like you walk in, they're like, "Hey Pete, how's it going?" You know, like people are playing chess and they're just like, "Don't disturb us,"
Yeah.
you know.
And you gotta walk over and talk to him.
Yeah, and you can help out at feasts and stuff, and they have a bunch of Easter eggs and stuff in there too. But some of the coolest stuff was like getting to know the people around Peter as Peter, right? And then you go into Spider-Man mode and you start swinging around, and people are like, "Oh my God, it's Spider-Man!" And like people want selfies and stuff. Total contrast. I would love to be able to walk around as Bruce Banner, and then something sets him off in a cutscene, like story mode or whatever, and he starts going on a rampage, and the people that you were just talking to in the lab are scared shitless of you now.
Yeah.
Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like the same kind of thing for Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Bruce Banner, and the Hulk. That would be amazing.
That would be cool.
Where's the Hulk game, guys?
Yeah, come on. Where's
Come
the
on,
love?
Insomniac, you got some leeway.
Where's the love for the Hulk tonight?
Let's see. They're making an Avengers game. Like, is that connected to Spider-Man? Okay, so every time. Okay, so Square Enix is making this. Square Enix? Crystal Dynamics? Crystal Dynamics.
I thought you said, I can't remember who you said was trying to make
It's a different
Avengers
company.
game. Yeah.
Different companies making Avengers. But every time that somebody at Insomniac is asked whether this is connected to that Avengers game,
Yeah.
they dance around the question. They don't say no. They don't say yes, but they don't say no.
So maybe it's in the works.
So people would ask them like, "Oh, is this Spider-Man connected to the Avengers game coming down the line or whatever?" And they'll say, "Well, all we can say is this is Marvel's New York." And it's like, well, okay, what does that mean? That's not a no, but that's not a yes. Like,
Yeah.
you know. So, but they won't flat out deny that it's not that it's part of that universe. So maybe it is, but there's two different companies, so they'd have to be working together closely.
True. That would be cool though. Like if you think about it, they took all these different characters from the movies now, and you know you saw Doctor Strange's house. You saw
The
like,
Sanctum.
why not have like a Doctor Strange game where he's going to all these different dimensions and he's doing all this other stuff. You know, that'd be cool.
And they definitely planted a lot of Easter eggs in that game to where like they could literally go any direction they wanted.
Yeah.
They had stuff in there like they had the no name bar for all the criminals to hang out. They had Josie's bar where they had Frogwell's gym and Nelson and Murdoch, so the Daredevil. You know, they Silver Sable made an appearance in the game. Like, holy shit! Like, there's so much that they could do.
Yeah. For sure.
Let's see. I kind of like the Incredible Hulk game they made a while ago. Yeah, it was amazing.
It was fun.
I
Yeah.
spent so much time playing that game.
Putting the car, like getting the cars as your gloves and then, yeah,
So
just
good.
destroying stuff.
Just running and then jumping was so
Yeah.
satisfying.
You can just jump so far. You can jump really far. And, yeah.
It was really cool.
Throw
like,
people.
And like this day and age, like with this, like if you play games like Battlefield with destructible environments and stuff, and like as detailed as they can get, like you can like shoot at a wall and just a piece of the wall will chip away. Like it's very detailed and minute details and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine that in a Hulk game.
That'd
Where,
be
like you
cool.
jump onto a building and like you like wipe out a window when you jump on there or whatever. Like you trying to climb up.
Yeah.
And like if you jump off and like go on the street, you'll see like the bricks and stuff missing from the building. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
like
you're climbing on the bricks and yeah.
that'd be cool. The
Yeah.
amount of detail on the stuff they put in games nowadays, like it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
They had Alias and Ran and yeah, they did. They
Did
did.
an Iron Fist
yeah,
game?
we saw that. Like, oh, an Iron Fist game would be amazing. Like you start in Kung Lao.
I mean that's perfect because you could just be fighting and then like your meter fills up and it's your chi.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as you reach your peak chi,
Yeah.
I feel like I just said peach tea. Your peak chi.
Peach tea, peach tea.
Once you reach your peach tea, you activate it. And just,
What if
fist
your
just-
hands turn into like glasses of peach tea?
Oh, I'm allergic to tea.
Peach tea? I hate peach tea.
Peach tea is specifically what I'm allergic to.
I wanted unsweetened tea.
I have to. You get sweet, bitch. My idea was to cause so much ruckus to make the Hulkbusters come out. I missed that game, dude. I still have my PS2. I gotta see if I can try to get my hands on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I still have my copy of Ultimate Spider-Man. Like some of the best superhero games came out for PS2, and then PS3 just got shunned by everything
Yeah,
except
yeah.
for Arkham. Like Batman Arkham was like the superhero game for PS3, and then now PS4's got Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, but like PS2 was like the era of superhero games. Spider-Man 2.
It was a
Spider-Man,
big ass. It was a big
Incredible
ass
Hulk.
system too, wasn't it? Wasn't it pretty big?
The
PS2
PS2?
or was it the PS3 that was bigger?
PS3 was bigger, but PS2 was a pretty like
Good
sizable.
size, right?
But they came out with a slim also. PlayStation, PS2 like Lite or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, you had like the Hulk game. You had X-Men Legends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So good, so good. What up?
John P.
How's it going?
Well, yo.
So yeah, so speaking of Rand Industries and Iron Fist and all that,
Yeah.
Daredevil season 3.
Oh, man, dude,
we got a teaser for it.
I'm excited, bro.
We got some posters and images and things
Yeah.
like that.
I'm excited for that. I really am.
I'm excited. I honestly just want to see what direction they're going to go in because
Yeah.
we know that they're going to do like the Born Again storyline in some capacity. But how are they
Yeah.
going to fit in Fisk and Bullseye into that, like in this universe?
Well, if they do, I think, you know, obviously Fist is going to be hiring Bullseye to take down. I would think that's how it's going to happen. He's going to hire Bullseye to take down,
Yeah.
try to take down. And maybe that shot that we saw where you saw a guy in a Daredevil suit is Bullseye.
That'd be interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then eventually he'll have his costume, but he's just trying to like, put shade on the Daredevil.
Yeah. Because I know with these Netflix shows, just like in the movies, like they'll take ideas from the comics and they'll put their own spin on it.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening. I
But if
could
they're-
definitely see them.
But if they're doing a Born Again, you know, like that was one of the best Daredevil lines
Mhm.
of comics they did, I thought.
Yeah.
So along with
What
Kevin,
was notable.
yeah, along with Kevin Smith's, the one that I gave you to read. That's another good one.
Did y'all see Iron Fist season 2? Because honestly, that shit was so much better than season 1. We actually had
Yeah.
plans to do a review video tonight.
wait for our. We're gonna do me and Zach are gonna do a review on it. It's gonna be really great. So.
We'll do a couple of lines right now. Just a couple of lines. I definitely loved this better than season 1.
Yeah.
I have some some hesitations, some concerns about where they're headed with it. But other than that, I thought it was great. The action scenes actually like kept me on edge.
Yeah.
The characters I actually cared more about. Joy can go die in a fire, but Ward is awesome.
I wanted the bad Iron Fist to, or
The bad Iron Fist.
The bad Iron Fist.
The bad fist.
Davos
Davos.
to literally just punch her head and destroy it, like blow it up.
Yeah.
I
like
care less
every
for
ti-
her.
like she wasn't like bad as in like, oh, I hope they defeat her. Like she was bad as in like every time she was on screen I was like,
Steel Serpent, thank you, John.
Steel Serpent, yes.
The Steel Serpent.
Ward is that dude, man. Ward, dude.
He turned out like
First season and second season, he was the best.
he was.
He was the best.
Like
I love Ward.
Ward the whole entire time. Like in the first season, it looks like he's gonna cry. The entire season.
Yeah.
This season, he's had enough.
He's smiling.
He's smiling. Well, it's because he's high and he's drunk.
He's having
certain
sex
points
with his sponsor.
With his sponsor. That's all we'll say about that. We're gonna spoil the hell out of it on a review.
Yeah. There's a lot to go over. But basically, yeah, season 2 was so good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Typhoid Mary. There was parts in it I liked, parts that I didn't like.
Yeah. Didn't go the way that I expected.
No, but she did have. I kind of sold Zach on it a little bit when I told him that it was kind of Jokerish on one of the scenes.
In one scene, but then after that, it
never went back.
It never went
but
back.
It still was. That was a great.
She laughs maniacally.
That was a great.
And you're like, oh, she's gonna turn into the other form, and then she her other form is this quiet kind of like, I'll kill you for a price.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where it goes with that, but
yeah, overall.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that they make a season 3
yeah,
because I want to see where it goes from here because they can't just leave it off like that and then not do anything.
Yeah.
Like the way they did, but we'll go over that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so Daredevil season 3, I'm super excited for it. Apparently, I just read an article title a little bit ago when we were setting up that apparently the news that the Defenders season 2 not happening were a little premature.
Okay.
And that is not off the table.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they can't confirm anything, obviously,
Yeah.
but if they are going to confirm anything, I will bet they're going to confirm something at New York Comic Con October 6th, which is when the Netflix panel is going to happen. So I'm sure we're going to get a trailer for Punisher, probably going to get another trailer, like a full trailer for Daredevil, and we might get an announcement for...
Give me some more Punisher,
Defenders.
baby. Come on.
Oh, for sure. And I could see them doing an announcement for a Defender season 2 there, of all places, because that's where they announced the Netflix shows to begin with.
I thought they said they weren't doing Defenders.
That's what I'm saying, like that, it might have been premature.
Oh, okay. So
Like,
oh, just kidding. We're doing it.
Just because they changed the page, like they had a page on Facebook that was just Defenders, and then next thing you know, it was changed to NX. So people were like, wait, so the Defenders is no longer a thing? And so like all these headlines everywhere was just like, oh, the Defenders no more. And then I guess like the CEO of Netflix or whatever came out and he said, well, it's not off the table yet. Like that's premature.
Okay, wow.
Like I mean, like, but obviously he can't confirm anything because if they have plans to unveil it at New York Comic Con, he obviously can't say anything that would even hint.
Yeah.
But if they're gonna do it, it would be at New York Comic Con.
That'd be cool. Are we doing anything for New York Comic Con? I forget what we talked about.
We're not going to live stream over Comic Con because I feel like for San Diego it was a lot of waiting and trying to fill in time.
Yeah.
So I think as news comes out, we'll just release videos and updates.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So like, if a trailer comes out or whatever, like we'll let you guys know the trailer's out. And we'll give our thoughts. Any news,
maybe
like,
by
any
then
announcements and stuff.
Maybe by then we'll have that webcam or something, and that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That's what
For sure, but yeah. We definitely want to stay in the loop for New York Comic Con. We want to keep you guys in the loop. As our main goal with this channel is to spread the knowledge of all the things going on in pop culture. But like I said, I don't know how much is going to be there, but we'll we'll do some fun videos. Maybe we'll do some fun videos, throw them up there, and get you guys to comment on them and stuff. Thank you. How's it going, man? Good to have you on. Nightwish Kid.
Oh, Nightwish Kid.
Yes.
Yeah. Nightwish.
Chris. Yeah, the fight scenes are so much better. Yeah. But yeah, I want another shot at the Defenders because I feel like the first season it wasn't terrible.
I gotta watch it still, which I'll breeze through that because
it's a mini series basically. But the first season it has flaws. It's not a terrible season. It's not a terrible show.
Yeah.
It's just not what they built it up to be. Because a lot of it is talking.
Yeah.
And they built it up to like be like this like, oh, it's this big spectacle of like a teamwork or whatever, but you don't really get a lot of teamwork shots, like a lot of teamwork fight where they're fighting as the defenders, except
Okay.
for
Yeah.
maybe a fight near the beginning and then a fight near the end.
Oh, okay.
And then most of it is just like build up and Electra.
Yeah.
Electra.
Good old Electra.
Good. So, but yeah,
She's electrifying.
after Spider-Man PS4, I need Taskmaster. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he's a cool character.
Yes. Did you happen to see that from PS4 from the PS4 Spider-Man?
I don't remember. No, I don't think I saw Task, but I saw the boxes.
Side mission. It's a side mission.
But I
Like-
can see the character. They made
So-
him cool.
Yeah, he's not. It's like it's almost like a skull-shaped hockey mask.
Okay.
But his boss fight in that, well, like
Like
I
you
say
said,
boss fight,
yeah,
but it's
you-
like kind of like a fight.
It
fight.
reminds you of like the Batman game you were saying.
It reminds me of the Deathstroke fight.
Yeah. Where
in
he's
Batman,
I never got through that fight either. Freaking tough.
Yeah, well, this is a little easier than that one.
Oh, okay.
That one was all about like timing and stuff. This one, he kind of mimicked your moves. And that's Taskmaster. But so like he'll use your own moves on you. But it's definitely that same kind of thing where he's kind of like, you know, he's like circling you with his sword and he's just
Yeah.
like, you know, make your move like. But yeah, and you'll find out why. Like in the game, you find out
Why he does that.
why he's trying to fight you and things like that.
Yeah.
Why he's testing you with these challenges throughout the city. But yeah, Taskmaster would be awesome to see in live action to some capacity. If anywhere, I could probably see them doing it on Netflix just because I can't see them doing it in the movies.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like throw him in one of the shows. Why
Yeah.
not Daredevil or
Yeah,
Punisher or something.
Punisher.
That would be cool.
I could see him in
Punisher
Punisher.
assassin. Why not have him in Punisher?
Or do something with Jessica Jones because Jessica Jones is a slog to get through.
Well, that's
Like-
why I've never watched it.
Season 1 was great. Season 2 was a slog because season 1 had the Purple Man, it had Kilgrave,
But
and
that's-
he was like the Joker to her Batman.
But that's the thing. Like, why do I want to? If season 1's good, but season 2's not good, why do I want to even waste my time?
Imagine if they never made a Daredevil season 2.
That's
You still want to watch season 1.
That's true. All right, I'll have to give it a shot.
Watch season 1. Don't watch season 2. It's just about mommy issues and stuff. But
Yeah.
season 1 with Kilgrave is a tense build up.
Okay.
It's slow, but it's slow for a
Okay,
reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good stuff. I like season 1 of Jessica Jones.
I'm definitely I'm looking forward to a I had it in my mind. I can't remember what the heck I was gonna say. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyways, continue.
Defender season 2. Yeah, I'm hoping we get that. I don't know who they would fight. Honestly. Let's see. Watch the Kilgrave episode of season 2. In the last episode, and that's basically all the important info you need from that season. Yeah. Like there's like honestly, you could skip over season 2. Like I didn't.
Okay.
I couldn't. Like okay, so I'm gonna mention something. I'm gonna try to do it in a non-spoilerish way. There's a character in season 1 of Jessica Jones that I loved. Super crazy character.
Okay.
That character ran off at some point in season 1. We didn't know what happened to them. And season 2, they brought that character back. And I was like, oh, here we go. They're going to do something crazy.
Yeah.
Killed that character off immediately. Same episode, like within 10
that.
minutes.
I hate when they do that.
And I'm like, you had so much potential
Yeah.
with this character, and they just killed him off.
I hate when they do that.
It's the worst, yeah.
Yeah.
Taskmaster for season 2 of Defenders. That is how you do it, yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be amazing. What? Why
See,
didn't I think about that?
I don't know. Well, that's why we have
Yeah.
Ramos. Thank you, Ramos.
Thank you for that. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Enough with this Sigourney Weaver,
Electro thing.
CEO
Yeah.
from the shadows bullshit. We need somebody who can actually physically challenge them and not just try to overwhelm them with
Yeah. Give 'em-
expendable Asians.
Yeah, give them like
Like-
traps and stuff like that.
Yeah, somebody who can like
Booby
study
trap,
them.
booby trap stuff like the bombs, put bombs places where they have to try to find. Make a bomb where only Daredevil can find it because he can, with his hearing and stuff.
Find it by the smell.
I can smell the wires.
I smell danger. um, objection.
Objection, sir.
But
Overruled.
Yeah, that would be the best way to introduce him. Yeah. Defender season 2. That would be intense. Yeah.
Okay.
Have him fend off all the defenders. That'd be crazy.
Like not all at
potential.
once.
Yeah. Yeah. Have
Or like
him
individually fight.
have a couple episodes, right? Have a couple episodes where it just kind of follows these characters kind of like on their own. Maybe they'll meet each other up every once in a while and be like, hey, isn't this kind of crazy? Like, I feel like I'm being followed by somebody, or like I feel like I've seen this person, and then eventually they all find out that this person's been following them and like studying them.
Yeah.
And then like when it comes to time for them all to like start trying to like face Taskmaster, he's already got like a contingency plan for all of them.
Yeah, of course.
And like lays waste immediately, right? And so you have the rest of the season build up to where they have to rebuild and try to work as a team to figure out how to take this guy down, because he knows their weaknesses individually, but he doesn't know them as a team. That'd be cool.
Trick one to take out another. The fight scenes would be that would be cool.
That would be cool too. Yeah.
Or
Turn
like
against each other.
Or like have like he's in this building, right? The Taskmaster's in this building.
Mm-hmm.
He gets them all to come in, but he separates them in different rooms,
Mm-hmm.
and the rooms could be like trap rooms or whatever. Like almost like. Did you ever remember the what was that movie? With Bruce Lee, Seven Deadly Chambers, whatever it was. He had to like go in this like place where it had all different guys in each layer.
Okay.
Something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Where they have to fight specialists, and he's the very last guy.
Get the guy who did the raid to do this.
And whoever makes it to the end has to fight the Taskmaster.
Like almost like a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
be cool.
Maybe the final fight would be like Daredevil versus Taskmaster, or Iron Fist versus Taskmaster.
We've already had Daredevil versus Iron Fist, and for some reason Daredevil won.
Oh really? Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. It was a dispute in the Defenders where they're just kind of having a power struggle or whatever, and they get into literally a fist fight. A fist. It's in the name. Fist fight. And Iron Fist lost.
Well, in a fist fight.
A fist fight.
I don't know. It's a possibility he could lose because Matt Murdock's like.
Oh no, he's skilled. He's a boxer,
Boxer-wise.
but like.
But I'm saying, who's gonna win in a fist fight? A boxer,
Or somebody with a glowing fist from
Was
defeating a dragon.
Was he using his glowing fist though, or was he just doing?
No, he didn't use it. That's the thing.
Well then he would win if he used his glowing fist, but by himself, maybe not. John, maybe you can answer that for us. Yo yo yo, bee boo boo boo,
Yo, yo.
Smalls.
But yeah, it was weird. Like, I honestly, that one scene, I was like, I don't know if I want to see the defenders fight each other, just because that didn't make much sense. But like, I love Daredevil. But his versus Iron Fist.
He's one of my favorite
I
characters.
gotta give it to Iron Fist.
Well, yeah. Well, I like the 3 top Netflix shows I'm gonna watch now
Mm-hmm.
is Daredevil, Punisher, and
Iron Fist. Yeah.
The other ones, they're alright.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch them, but it's not a necessary thing to watch. I'd rather watch those 3. I fell in love with Iron Fist from season 1
Mm-hmm.
when I binged through that,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that show. It's so great.
To be fair, that was before the new guy came in and fixed Iron Fist. Yeah, true. Yeah.
But still, I liked it. I liked how they built up the story to that, even though it wasn't as good as the second, like fighting scene wise.
Mm-hmm.
It still was a good story. Like the story you wanted to see. But I thought of the thing I was thinking of, Legion. I want to get on Legion and watch some Legion episodes from season 1 to and
Legion is great.
Then watch season 2.
Legion is great.
Yeah, I want to get on that because I heard it's really trippy. It's really cool the way they do it.
Some of the shots
Yeah.
melt into each other.
Yes, that's cool.
Like when you're transitioning from one place to another.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like you're in his mind the entire time, because like you'll see a shot and like the camera just kind of like falls and like suddenly it's like another shot.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's so cool. From little I know of Iron Fist, doesn't he know like all the martial arts? He trained most of his life to be a protector of an ancient Asian civilization, to the point where he is granted the power of the immortal Iron Fist.
But the one thing is boxing's not a martial art, is it? Is boxing like
just
regular
like
boxing?
It's the brawler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like.
But if you're like compared, he was, I guess, compared to a Golden Glove boxer, which is like the best of the best.
Mhm.
So think of like Muhammad Ali boxing. That's what Daredevil would have as boxing skills.
Yeah.
So if Iron Fist is not using his glowing fist and he's only using his his
Yeah.
blocking power and stuff, I would think a Golden Glove boxer would take out.
I almost finished Legion, but for some reason I got burned out before the end of season 2. Like, it's only an episode or 2, but now it's been so long I feel like I'm gonna be lost. Yeah. Season 1 was great. I haven't started season 2, so I don't know how that goes.
I'm gonna go watch season 1. There's only there's not that many episodes, right?
I don't know.
I want to say it's short, and then this next season was a little.
Season 1's great though, but if you get burned out with season 2, yeah, I haven't started season 2 yet.
Maybe it's just the way they do it. Like if they're doing it,
They might. I don't know if they're dragging it on at all. Like, why? What? Do you know why you kind of fell off? Was there like a specific reason?
yeah. I mean, it's a possibility they would win. Who knows? I'm
Yeah.
just guessing. With
I mean, to
boxing.
be honest, like
If he's kicking them and stuff, but they're just using fists, I don't know.
Iron Fist, if he was really like the way he should be in the comics and stuff, like he could just make his hand glow and then like literally like obliterate
Of course.
Daredevil's head.
Of course. I mean, technically, he could, if he used his powers, he could just go like this, and Iron Fist or Daredevil would hit his fist and break his hand.
Break his hand, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so-
run into it and he's like obliterated.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's supposed to be super powerful, but they nerfed him for that fight because Daredevil's like the big head honcho of the Marvel.
Which I got his autograph over here on his beanie.
That's so cool.
I can't wait to put that up.
But yeah, so we'll see how it goes from here. But I'm excited for Daredevil. Obviously,
me
that's
too,
like
yeah.
the Marvel's like.
I'm excited
flagship
just to have one of the key bad guys for Daredevil, Bullseye.
Yeah.
What a cool bad guy to have in there,
What a pretty notion.
I'm hoping, again, if he doesn't have a suit like the comics, I want him to have a bolo hat, a trench coat, and he's,
You know they're gonna make him tactical as hell. Like he's gonna be like he's gonna have
You
like a
think so?
tactical suit. Yeah. Yeah, that's how I see that they would do it.
and it'd be cool if you meshed in Punisher in there. In one of the episodes, Punisher, like Daredevil calls Punisher up to help him out with him,
Mhm.
kind of like figure out what he can do, and him and Punisher tie it, get him in a fight or something, like a firefight or something, That'd be awesome. Where they're shooting rifles and bullets are just banging off each other.
Mhm.
That'd be cool.
By the way, I said something earlier about the Defenders season 2.
Yeah.
Jeff Loeb said, the head of Marvel TV, Jeff Loeb, he said, all we've ever said is that there are no plans right now to do more. It doesn't mean that it's off the table, and it doesn't mean that it even has to be the original characters that were in the first Defenders.
We're gonna make an all-women team.
The Daughters of the Dragons. Which is the thing, the Daughters of the Dragons.
So, alright, so you got Colleen, and then what, you got other ones?
Misty Knight.
Misty Knight with the Mercedes arm?
With yeah.
Your arm's like a Mercedes.
Mercedes Knight. Yeah, so, I
Just
mean,
them two?
no, I mean, like, that's all I
Now,
saw.
why are they called the Daughters of the Dragon?
I have no idea. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
either.
not familiar with that. But yeah, so.
Because their dad was a dragon. Nuh-uh.
Oh, this is something that I completely glossed over before. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is actually getting it.
Reboot?
Getting in. Well, no, it's a comic.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I was like, sweet, a freaking 90s reboot. It would like make it like, that'd be amazing. Get Pee Wee Herman.
Apparently, Boom Studios is taking it over, and they're going to be planning the usual monthly release, but also graphic novels and a limited series. It's not clear if they're going to start fresh or if they're going to go off the already established continuity.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not really.
Big Buffy fan.
I mean, it's cool. I just never watched the show, so I'm not really knowledgeable about
Yeah.
Buffy.
I just remember the movie when I was younger, and
Oh, the 80s
the show.
Yeah.
The show was cool. So
Let's see. I want to say that they peaked too early. big head. Yeah, odd job. Odd job. Yeah, let's just have odd job in Daredevil.
Odd job.
That'd be amazing. Throw your hat.
Oh, with the bolo hat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just because in the Old Man Hawkeye, they have a bullseye with
With a bolo hat.
with a bolo hat, and it's just cool. I think that's the way to go. Because why not make him like a British guy, or someone with an accent, but he wears like old style clothes. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or make it like make him steampunky.
Steampunky. Well, in this universe, no, I couldn't see it.
I know in this universe, but how cool would that be?
That would be pretty cool, yeah.
I use steam-powered rifles.
Steam power.
And that's how he kills his people.
Steam powered
Like, steam power. Hello, my baby.
Oh, totally forgot about this. Avatar.
I love how I'm like, hello, my baby, and you're like, oh, wait, yeah, Avatar.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yes.
Live action series coming to Netflix.
Really?
Yeah. Totally
Who's
forgot about
doing
that.
it?
The original creators.
Really?
Yeah, and the original composer
Okay.
of the music
I'm
is
down.
doing it.
Which I don't know if you noticed. Have you been on Netflix lately? They have this new animated show called the Dragon Prince.
Heard about it. I
It
haven't
looks
seen it yet.
cool, dude. Like I'm gonna check it out. Maybe I'm gonna watch it.
Excited. Yeah, I mean, it sounds exciting. Like, it sounds like they're actually we got a piece of concept art. That's all we got so far.
Yeah. That sounds.
Concept art.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
down,
really
I'm
far
down.
away. But yeah,
Oh man, that's cool, man.
I got a quote here.
I love that show.
Co-creators Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko. Pronunciation, I'm not sure.
Cornetio.
Konietzko, I don't know. Will return to oversee the live-action series. The pair said in a statement, "We're thrilled for the opportunity to helm this live-action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender. We can't wait to realize Aang's world as cinematically as we always imagined it would be, and with a culturally appropriate, non-whitewashed cast. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to build upon everyone's great work on the original animated series and go even deeper into the characters, story, action, and world building. Netflix is wholly dedicated to manifesting our vision for this retelling, and we're incredibly grateful to be partnering with them," which sounds really optimistic. Really optimistic.
But I'm excited for that. It'd be cool.
Full disclosure, the movie was entertaining, but I didn't like the show, so I'm a heretic and should be quiet. It's okay.
Yeah.
Not everybody. I mean, I like the show, but I didn't follow it as avidly as most people did. And when the movie came out, I wasn't really into it.
The movie was somewhat accurate to a certain point. The characters they had for the bad guys, they should have got someone. They should have picked differently for that.
Yeah.
But
I like the idea of bending certain elements and stuff. I would like to see that in live action, but I would like to see if this is going to be as faithful as they say.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how they do
I
it.
want a different Aang. If you're the
of course.
Airbender, the kid they had apparently was really good in combat, fighting.
They saw videos of this kid online doing martial arts and flips, and they cast him immediately.
Yeah.
No, not because of his acting, but because of his flips.
I mean, he was a good martial artist and stuff, but
Yeah.
I want an actor
Yeah.
martial arts can come from doing special effects or whatever.
Yeah.
If you have to.
Yeah.
The movie
I don't trust
blows.
live action though.
It was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't totally off.
It definitely had that. It definitely felt almost like.
They had the floating ox, which was cool. Some of the characters the things that were flying around and stuff were accurate, but
It definitely felt like the people who made Twilight watched Avatar once.
Yeah. Oh, because it had that one guy from Twilight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the brother,
dude.
the brother of.
Yeah, pouty face McGee.
I was a Confederate soldier. That's what he does on Twilight. That's for my wife.
I was a Confederate soldier.
I was a Confederate soldier.
Sky Bison. Death Note movie and Ghost in the Shell. I like watching.
I haven't seen
me.
I haven't seen
sucks,
the new
but
Ghost in the Show.
I really liked it.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It got overwhelmingly bad rap because Scarlett Johansson got the part, and people were like, "Excuse me, that's an Asian role, and you're being really racist right now by being not racist." Like, it was overwhelming the hate the movie got because of Scarlett Johansson. Like, it's still a running gag these days. Where like even when the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series was happening, somebody made a Photoshop where it's like Scarlett's already shaving her head. Scarlett's always shaving her head to play Aang.
Yeah. What? So, because I never watched the animated one either, Ghost in the Shell. So explain to me. I need to watch that.
Okay.
I've always wanted to watch it. It's never really. Is it on Netflix?
I have it. I have it on Blu-ray. We're gonna watch it.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Is it kind of like Blade Runner-ish? Is that
yes.
what it's like? Okay.
Yes. In the fact that it is a cyberpunk, futuristic setting.
Okay.
With replicants, basically.
Androids.
And android, yeah. Major, Matako, she is the first thing you see in the Ghost in the Shell is they're building her body. They're building her body from just nothing. So like they're putting the mechanics together, giving her synthetic muscle, skin, things like that. You find out she used to be a person. They put her conscience, her brain into this mechanical body. She doesn't know how to deal with that because she's like, am I still human at this point? Like, what am I? But they use her because she's so physically able to handle such like strenuous things like jumping off a building and being okay. They use her for special ops missions, and that could be anything from chasing down thugs with too much information to they have somebody hacking into systems. They need her to go out and find this person and hack into other people like in the process. And in the movie they captured that perfectly. If you look past the whitewashing controversy, they got the vibe of the anime down pat. Like watching the live action is watching a live action version of the anime. It's not like a reimagining. It's literally like you watch the anime, you watch the live action, and it's like that's it.
Now, I saw the picture of the one guy with the glasses. Yeah. The bigger dude with the glasses. He looks accurate to what I saw in the animation. Yeah. Like the preview.
Yeah. Which it shows him get those in the movie too. Like in the anime.
Is he an android too? Right? He's like or something.
He's a human. He's got cybernetic enhancements.
Oh, okay.
So like in the movie, something happens
cool,
and he has to get them implanted. But they give him like sight beyond sight, so like he can like zoom in on things and stuff.
Oh,
but
cool.
like in that, that's the thing. Like,
who was the actor for that guy?
I forget his name.
Is it like a known guy or not really? Okay.
Yeah, which is great because like when I look at him, I think of that character, not as like some actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like that's the cool thing is that there's a certain beautiful grime to it. So when somebody gets a cybernetic enhancement, it's not just like, oh, your eye is silver instead of blue now. Like, no, like if you have synthetic eyes, you have synthetic eyes sticking out of your skin. Like this is like it's not gonna be
bulging eyeballs come out of your head.
Yeah, it's not like a beautiful thing. Like you got cybernetic enhancements, you're gonna see it protruding from your body. But it's just about getting lost in that world and the characters. It's really good.
All right, we'll have to watch it, definitely.
And some people say the anime is slow. Just like Blade Runner, it's so you kind of like build atmosphere. Like it's that slowness that lets you kind of like just soak up the cyberpunk aesthetic.
Now you have the animated one or the other one?
I have the animated one. I haven't gotten the live action one yet, but I want to buy it because I mean, even though everybody else hated it and it was basically a flop in the theaters, it still has a special place in my heart.
Gotcha.
So I'm right there with you on that. I love Ghost in the Shell, both the animated and live action.
Well, now that we're talking about that, Bleach on Netflix did their live action from their anime. Did you all see the Bleach movie on Netflix? I did, and I thought it was cool, and it was pretty key on everything that the show, the animated show. So I dug it. So I'm just curious if anybody else saw it.
To be fair, yet again, so I was playing a synthetic human. It had no race. Yes, exactly. So in the movie, you basically find out, like I said, like in the anime, she was a human before she was a robot.
Okay.
Or an android. in the movie you find out she used to be like this Asian girl that was part of this other thing.
Okay.
But I won't spoil that.
Yeah.
And now she's in this synthetic body that's styled like an American a woman.
That's cool. That's cool.
But the way Scarlett
Portrays her.
portrays it, she's always it looks like she's always uncomfortably in a body. Like the way she like stands and everything, and sometimes she'll like be standing like hunched over, like she doesn't know how to stand as a robot. Or like she'll be walking along and like her head is like to the side or whatever, which sounds goofy, but in actually like when she's doing it, you believe that she's a brain in a body that she doesn't really fully know how to work, which is really cool. It's like those little details that she did, totally overlooked by people because she's white, you know. But like it's the small little details that like really went a long way.
Okay.
Yeah, totally underrated movie for sure.
Wait, they made a live action Bleach movie on Netflix, dude. Go check it out. I dug it. It's all subtitled.
I gotta check it out.
It's pretty accurate.
I never watched Bleach. I mean, I've watched a couple episodes.
Maybe
but I
if
never
you
got,
watch that, you'll want to go back and watch the animated shows. You know, like I'm sure they're on Verb and
or Crunchyroll. Or
yeah,
something.
Crunchyroll. Yeah, you can find them on there.
Gotcha.
Like I said, if you can get through the first season of Bleach, until they get to the Soul Society, that's when it gets really cool. When they start fighting each other and doing stuff. There's like all these different captains, generals.
Okay.
There's an old dude, like an old bull guy with like he's like the leader of all of them. It like the way that, like I said, the bankais and all that, like all the powers of Tony they have, they all have their own different bankais that make them like 10 times stronger, and then it changes their sword. It's all about the weapons. All the weapons do all different things.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. Yeah.
Even some of the movies are pretty cool. Like they have Bleach movies are pretty cool. Check those out too.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got. Ooh, Evangelion.
Neo
The fuck was this not advertised? They had Death Note all over the internet. Yeah, Death Note was everywhere, but that was like an American-made movie. This is like an Asian production.
I turned on Netflix one night. I signed on, and when I signed on it, I was like, wait, they have a Bleach movie? Because I remember.
Yeah, totally under the radar.
Well, I remember seeing it like a while back ago somewhere online, where they were making it, and I was like, oh, that looks cool.
And then nothing forever.
Nothing forever, and then I turn on Netflix. I'm like, one day I turn it on. I'm like, oh, well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. You know, like I'm watching that movie.
I found out about it because I went on the site and just in the news feed they were just like, these are things that we liked and didn't like about Bleach the movie, and I was like, Bleach the movie?
Yeah.
And then you click on it, and it's like, oh yeah, Netflix just released it. And I'm like, okay, well where was the advertisement for it? So
Yeah.
where was the advertisement for it?
Like I said, like I was waiting for them to use their bankais, and
it didn't happen.
It didn't happen, but it was accurate to the first few episodes of the season and the anime.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, that's my one thing about it though is like American versions of these movies, they try too hard to westernize it, like they Americanize it. Like they change a lot of stuff. Like Death Note, the live action movie, was total departure from the comic. Like same kind of storyline or whatever, but like the characters like light, completely different.
Okay.
Completely different in a live action movie. But if you watch the Asian version, the Japanese version they did, it's like a straight up cosplay. Like the entire movie is like straight up just like them reenacting the story beat for beat in cosplay.
Okay.
And it's like there's gotta be a middle ground in there somewhere where you can have the characters feel like those characters, but then like kind of like add your own things to it. But that was my thing with they did a Full Metal Alchemist movie, and I didn't watch it, but
the live action one, I haven't watched that yet either.
But if you watch the trailer, it looks like a cosplay. It just looks like a cosplay fan film.
So
and it's the official movie.
Then you all watched My Hero. Thinking of My Hero. Full Metal.
Yeah, live action movie.
Yeah. Saw that. Dude, they made a live action My Hero Academia.
Oh, give it time. Give it time.
Dude, come on, that'd be amazing.
Give it time. It's the #1 anime like worldwide.
Yeah.
Like
I'm telling you, Link, you needed to go check it out. I don't care how many episodes you have to wait for. You have
it's got to be a minimum of 150. Minimum of 150.
Why about me and Zach will make the other episodes ourselves? We'll reenact everything.
Episode 106.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Get the big hair and everything.
The L guy, he was played by Keith Stanfield. He was interesting. I could tell he went for it. Was it L? I don't know. He had no name. Yeah, that was L. Yeah. Definitely an interesting take on Death Note.
Death Note. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, so.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
check it out.
The American version of Death Note was played. Okay, so in the classic manga and the anime, L was like this loose white shirt wearing guy with like crazy like Edward Scissorhands hair.
Yeah.
Always like
Bugged out,
always
bugged out.
perched on his feet on a chair, just like looking like this, and
Yeah.
just like, but he's like super smart, but he's always just like, you know, super paranoid. But somehow really calm. This version was played by a black guy who always wore like a hoodie. And I feel like, did you ever see Get Out?
Yeah.
It was the guy that got
got
kidnapped in the beginning,
Okay, yeah.
and then came back.
He's been in a few things.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, he was the best part of the Death of live action movie
Okay.
for sure. He was the best.
But I should watch the animated movie first, and then watch Death Note.
Just watch the anime.
Okay.
Just watch the anime and then watch the live action.
Okay.
I read the manga first. I was addicted to the manga. I read it in high school. They had it in my high school library.
Oh, that's
Death
weird.
Note. Yeah, but
Death
you
Note.
know,
Read
whatever.
this. Write something down and kill someone
They had
instantly.
Death Note and Priest in my high
Oh,
school
wow.
library. Yeah, that was
cool.
in my high school library. And like, I would read these things so fast. My high school library, they had a rule you could only check out 2 books at a time. I read these things so fast they let me check out 3 to 4 at a time because I knew the librarian or whatever.
Yeah. He was
super
friends
cool.
with the librarian.
And I would read these
Yeah.
3 or 4 a day.
Dang.
These mangas, yeah. So I went through Death Note so fast that I reread it within a week. Like, I was addicted, and then I watched the anime.
I'm just picturing the librarian being like, "Hey, Zach."
Hi, librarian. How's it going?
Come in my special room where I have all
Oh,
these
no.
crazy books.
No. Got all
It's
the
like
books.
a sex torch.
I got all the books you want in my basement.
Here, let me strap you in real quick so you can go in through the door.
You check in, but you never check out. Got your library card.
Slide it through here.
I was a fan. Yeah, Priest was great. Priest as a
Yeah.
manhwa. It's not a manga, but like a manhwa. It's the name.
A memoir?
Manwha. If you ever look up Priest, which I did, I thought it was a manga, but it's a manhwa. It's like an American manga, basically. So you read it left to right instead of right to left, like most manga. But it's basically the
So it's like a French book?
What?
Memoir.
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 Le memoir.
Memoir.
But basically, it was about this priest who went against his religion and sold his soul to be able to defeat these demons, like these zombies that are taking over the Old West, to save everybody that lived there. And one of the most badass scenes was like in the first issue when people were on this train in the Old West, right? People on this train, and these zombies and demon zombie things just like start taking over like the train cars.
Yeah,
They're ready to take over. This priest guy comes in, long hair, right? The cross like cut into his forehead or whatever. Long hair, long coat. He tells everybody, get to the front car. And then he just turns around and takes out these 2 like fucking revolvers.
Oh, wait, they made an animated show on that, right? Priest?
Not that I know of. Did they really?
I think they did, dude.
Because
I remember, what was the one show with the guy who was blonde hair, red jacket, and he had guns as well? And they made an animated show on it.
Trigun?
Trigun.
Yeah. Which
But
is
they
this is
al-
different.
But they also did one with Priest back in the day when I was younger. And I want to say they did an animated show.
All I know is that they made a movie.
I want to say, I could be totally wrong. I might be thinking of Trigun.
Well, the movie that came out had Paul Bettany.
Gungrave, maybe.
Gungrave. Let's see. Let's look that up.
Gungrave.
Yeah, Gungrave.
For the animated? Let me see. I remember a guy in a priest outfit.
I'll look it up. Priest anime.
I think. But I could, again, it was a while. Looking at my gray, my beard. I'm so old and ancient.
No priest anime.
See, I'm nuts.
But the movie that came out, the priest movie that came out was a total departure because that took place in the manga took place in the Old West with parts of it being in present day and parts of it being in medieval times.
Oh, okay.
They announced a movie coming out and I was like, oh my god, like this is already cinematic as hell. Like to begin with, like that's amazing. They announced Paul Bettany as the priest.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then they announced, so Twilight is a thing. Vampires are in. Vampire Diaries stuff. So we're gonna make it a futuristic underworld type story in the future.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait.
And we're gonna have him fight vampires to get his niece back.
Okay.
That was it. And the movie came and went. It was okay.
And it rode off to the sunset.
It rode off into the sunset. But if it was based on the manga that has so much really cool source material in it, I feel like it would have done a lot better. It would have done a lot better. Yeah. There was a movie that came out like a year or two after that, and I believe it was called Gallows.
Oh.
And I think it had Wesley Snipes in it.
Oh yeah. I've seen that. It was
that
pretty
was
bad.
that was
pretty awful.
Well, that was closer to the comic though. Yeah.
Where he fought demons and stuff.
Fought demons in the West.
Yeah.
That was closer to Priest than Priest was.
That's cool.
But yeah, I love the source material.
Good.
That was great. But I read that in Death Note like crazy in high school. But yeah, if you want to watch the live action movie, just go ahead. But I would watch the anime first, just so you know what
Sure.
live action movie should have been like.
Yeah.
Because like there was like, for instance, in Death Note, Light is just a normal high school student. I mean, he's like really smart, really intelligent. He's like the pinnacle. He's like the ideal high school boy, right? And the Death Note falls from the sky, from who knows where. He doesn't know. But you have these like demons, like these like angels of death, basically.
Okay.
And the Ryuk, which is like this big. It's hard to describe. He's like a
demon type.
Demon guy, yeah. He dropped the Death Note on Earth to see what would happen, like just for fun, just to fuck with humans.
People, yeah.
And Death Note, obviously, you write your name in the Death Note and it kills whoever. So, did you know that part?
No.
Okay.
I think you told me that before.
Yeah. So you write your name in the Death Note, and then like that person dies. If you write the type of death, and the time of death and everything, it happens exactly like that. Probably just the laptop with the Wi-Fi. But yeah. So when he finds it, like there's like this weird sickening moment where he's trying to figure out if it works or not.
Yeah.
And then after that, he comes like Reeve just shows up in his room, and it's like this moment of just like this quiet terror where he's like sitting there like, you can't be real, like, what are you? And he's just like, I'm just here for shits and giggles, basically. And he's like, are you here to kill me? And he's like, where's the fun in that, basically? Like it was like this weird, almost like.
So he's like
terrifying conversation, but if you watch the live action movie, they turn Light into kind of a bitch, to where like the first time he sees Ryuk, he screams like a girl, literally.
Oh, really?
Hides under the desk, and they're trying to like open the door, like. And it's like in the anime, it's like this more somber, like, oh my god, like, what are you? What are you? Like, why are you in my room? Like, so there's like clear differences, but they're different iterations.
So is he like would you say he's closely related to death? Necessarily, like if portraying a death, like the Reaper, like the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's basically like. It's
like he's basically the Grim Reaper, but in a different form.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
like
cool.
literally like where he thinks that he's the savior of mankind with this book all of a sudden.
Okay.
So like he'll just like open it up and then just watch the news And if they say like a convicted felon is like he's like somebody's like got hostages and they released the guy, we just learned their name is John Smith.
Yeah.
And so he'll write John Smith, and like you had to visualize that person's face when you write their name.
Oh, okay.
There's a million John Smiths in the world. And he's watching the news, and then like as he's watching the news, they said the John Smith that had the hostages just died of a heart attack.
Oh,
and he's just like, well, it's up to me to like cleanse the world, you know.
I'll have
It's
to watch
almost
that
like,
anime.
it's almost like is it morally sound that he does this?
Yeah.
Did you see that Dr. Destiny is going to be the main villain in the Arrowverse crossover?
Dr. Destiny.
I'm not sure who that is.
I'm actually not familiar with who
Yeah,
that
who
is.
is Dr. Destiny?
I mean, it sounds interesting.
I don't watch those shows anymore, unfortunately.
I'm willing to give it another shot after this crossover. Like this crossover sounds pretty cool with
Yeah.
Lois Lane and
Okay.
Batgirl and all that stuff, or Batwoman. Sorry, not Batgirl.
I don't know. Like,
I wish Constantine would have kept going too. I like
But-
that a lot.
but with this DC streaming service, why not? Or like,
Well, they have
what's
the
that? The
animated
dark
show.
You said the dark movies now. We're talking about the Joker and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, the Black Label
Alice
movies,
Wars?
basically. Yeah.
Why not do a Black Label movie on Constantine?
They
It
should.
fits. It fits.
They should.
And you can have Etrigan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Etrigan in it. You could have like, oh, how cool would that be?
Looks like Skeletor controls dreams and shit. I'm down. That sounds great.
Oh wait, Dr. Destiny. Yes. Yes, I know who you're talking about now. He is pretty creepy looking.
Dr. Destiny.
If he has that cool accent. I am Dr. Destiny.
Destiny.
Hell,
Destiny.
Hitler.
No escaping, that's for me. He does look like Skeletor.
Yeah, oh yeah. I do remember that. That's not what he really looks like though. He tricks them to that, almost like think of Scarecrow. You know how Scarecrow shoots a gas on them,
Yeah.
fear gas? He
Yeah.
kind of does that, where he makes them think that's what he looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember seeing an episode on, I want to see like Justice League or Batman or something like that.
Dr. Destiny. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be interesting to see.
Justice League animated series. That's where he was.
That'll be interesting to see how they do him in this universe. Then, that's
Like he basically was a man that had some. I want to say had some device or something where it made like when they looked at him, that's what they saw. This skeleton-looking guy, like almost like Death, was chasing them.
yeah, illusion.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I totally forgot about him.
It's gonna be a crazy crossover. Like they're just announcing characters left and right. Superman, Lois Lane, all the Arrowverse, Flash.
When's this crossover happen?
December.
Okay.
December.
Well, I'll have to watch it
Yeah.
just to give it a shot.
I just want to see Batwoman in action.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
true.
see how badass they make her.
How she looks and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they gotta give her fight scenes like really good fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
taking
sure they
people down
will.
from the shadows
Yeah.
fight scenes. Like they can't have like that overly cheesy, well lit. Just kind of like I'm a badass woman. Like they
Check
gotta
out
make
my
her like,
red wig.
like they can't just like force badassness. They gotta like
Yeah.
show like she's there to take care of business and then get out. She's not there to like do like flips and spins and have a serious face. That's what God, I hate that. And it's not just the girl heroes, it's the guy heroes too, and they just like they try to be overly serious.
Yeah.
It's like just do your job and get out.
Get the hell out.
You're a hero. That's one thing about like the Spider-Man, like Amazing Spider-Man movies or
Yeah.
whatever. Like he would just try too hard to be
You hear that Stephen Amell's wife is playing Nora?
Freeze. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Gotham is ending, so they're able to use these characters now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason. I mean, the Gotham is ending, so they can use Gotham now, like just the city.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so Batwoman, like they're free to use these characters now that show's
Without-
ending.
To add into these shows, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe
so
they can make it
Mr.
a little bit
Freeze,
better.
it'd be kind of it'd be kind of cool to see what they do with Mr. Freeze because they've already had Captain Cold, but I mean,
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze is intimidating. Captain Cold is just like a goon, but Mr. Freeze is intimidating.
Yeah. Well, I want Mr. Freeze with like red goggles and just.
Oh yeah, when he talked like
Yes.
everything I do for Nora.
Nora.
Like, yeah. Yeah, be. I mean, that's ideal. But it makes you wonder, like, how many characters like that are they going to include in Batwoman?
Or they could do the voice for Batman Forever.
Or
I'm gonna
Batman
send
Robin?
you back to the Ice Age.
Batman and Robin?
Or Batman Robin.
What killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age.
Chill.
What if he made a guest appearance? I am it's the Freeze they have now,
Mhm.
and then he just shows up and he starts saying, I'm the real Freeze.
Please, chill. He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr.
Did he
Snow.
sing that too?
He had his goons singing it, and he was like composing them while he was like in his like weird like frozen robe. And they're like, he's Mr. Icicle. He's Mr. Ten Below. Like, yes,
Yes, that's
this'll
me.
bring the diamonds.
Get your ass to Mars.
I do this to save my wife.
I was on a movie with a girl who had 3 titties. Total Recall. What if he like starts like he's in this?
I was in a movie with 3 tit women.
What if he's in a like every movie he's in? He just honestly starts saying different lines from different movies he was in because he's just crazy. Oh, it'd be Bach.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Let's see. Just told my wife about Gotham ending, and she wasn't happy. Yeah, Gotham is ending. It's.
Wow.
I don't-
Well, we haven't even watched all of it.
I don't
so.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna start
if that's
watching.
a really
I think I'm gonna go
upsetting-
back and watch it.
It's not a really upsetting thing for me, just because I feel like Gotham, for me, ended in season 2. You know, like I was super into it in season 1, and halfway through season 2, I was still like telling everybody like Gotham's amazing, like you give it a shot, and then like Gotham kept doing things that I didn't agree with.
Season 2. Dose.
Season 2,
Deuce.
and
You
and
dropped a deuce on
I've-
season 2.
and I've missed a lot. I know I've missed a lot, but I feel like with it ending, it opens up a lot of opportunities for other shows to use these characters, and some in more faithful ways.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not super against Gotham, but I am excited for what can come now that it's ending. I do know that the creators of Gotham are moving on to Pennyworth. That's a thing.
Would you like some tea, sir?
I say.
Well, if he talks like that, I will watch it. I say, good sir.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Batman, get to the cave. I don't know what else.
Here's your go to jail card.
He has like a monocle.
Yeah.
Do Pasco or
Yeah,
whatever.
which apparently they've already got some casting rumors going on with young like guys in like their early 20s, so like they're going for a young Pennyworth.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so like it's just gonna be like, I feel like at this point like it's just gonna be a young British dude, the show.
The young British dude. The
Like
show.
what are they gonna do besides like,
Formerly known as Pennyworth.
like I could imagine like they're gonna have Penny like Alfred Pennyworth like talking to Thomas Wayne. a
What if
lot.
Thomas Wayne talks down to him? Shut up, you idiot!
See, I feel like they're gonna have them be like best friends, you know.
Yeah,
I feel like they're gonna be like,
My way would be like, you know,
yeah.
pretty awful.
Give
me some more tea, you fool!
Sorry.
Sorry, son.
Sorry, I'll be on my way now.
clean the chimney while you're at it, Alfred.
It's like sitting there like, I hope someday you get shot in an alley. Like,
They later learned that it was his plan all along. Those sons of
plot twist: Alfred shot them in the alleyway.
those sons of bitches. They made me clean and do all this stuff.
The ultimate revenge.
Yeah.
You shoot the parents and you raise their kid to be demented.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, what?
Black Label, get on it.
Amazing.
DC Black Label, get on
Pennyworth, the evil.
My wife has joined the chat. I missed y'all talking about Joaquin's Joker, but they're like the same level of necessary in my book, regardless of how good they are. Like, just do a Batman movie and a Batman show. Yeah, I mean, I am excited for the tone. The tone of the test footage they showed, it's like a psychological horror, which I didn't expect for it to go like to this like seem that dark. Um,
Well, also, guys, you gotta understand, it's just a test footage. It doesn't mean that's what's really. It might not be what we're seeing. So
yeah.
they might be
Well,
throwing tricks.
I
you know?
think he's saying that it's unnecessary, like, to make a Joker movie, just like period.
Well, that's what you thought too.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I thought. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, we don't need it, I don't want it. But, like, to be honest, like, if it's not in the main continuity, if it's just kind of like their own kind of like
Yeah.
version, like their own take on this, I'm up for an Elseworlds Joker.
I am too.
Like, I'm up to seeing what they would do with the psyche of Joker, like the psychological, like how a man gets pushed to that point. Like, we've seen it in The Killing Joke, but I'd like to see kind of like what they would do in a,
Of course, yeah.
like a sort of, it is, the budget is small. It's like an indie film, and I think that's what attracted Joaquin Phoenix to the role. So I'm excited to see it, but I mean, obviously, I would choose a Batman movie over any day of the week.
True.
But I want to see a Batman movie in the main continuity because they're already building this universe. I want to see more of that Batman. I don't want to see an Elseworlds Batman because it's going to be a one-off thing. It's going to be like its own thing. I want to see them expand on this universe and just spend so much time setting up, you know.
Well, your wife said, "Where's John?"
It's the only reason I watch, honestly.
Thanks.
Well, John's off doing something else, and you're stuck with us. So
Yes. So take that. Take that.
I love you.
Now,
I'm sorry.
he's moving into his other place, his new place. So that's what he's doing tonight.
Yeah.
He tried to make it, but he wasn't able to make it. But I think he was on. I don't know if he's still on, but lame. How lame. Anyways.
But yeah, so I'm excited for the Joker movie, even though like I was not looking forward to it at all.
Dude, I'm like, I saw that one footage where he's talking. I'm sure everybody's seen that already, where he's talking to that clown character. When I saw that, I'm like, I don't know. But when I saw this,
just the music and the
music,
tone,
the way they had, like I said, they had, where the face was kept on showing, flashing like different ways, and then it showed it the makeup on. He smiles, and just like that, it goes from smiling to you don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, just the way that they did it, you could definitely tell. Like, just the way they did it.
I felt like I was reading like a dark comic, like if I was to pick up this book and read something about the Joker. That's what I felt like I was reading.
Well, if you showed this test footage to somebody without telling them the context,
well, yeah,
they would know that like this guy is like secretly like there's like a boogeyman in his mind. Like something waiting to get out, which is really cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I mean, there's movies coming out like obviously next week is Venom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not excited to see it. So
yeah, I just don't want them to start making a movie out of every single character in comics. You know, like I don't want for us to get like a movie based on every single Batman villain. Like the Joker, especially,
like
he's like
he's a big
notable.
he's a big villain. You know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Did you notice that weird flash across his face and body is like him in makeup? I thought it was a random clown, but it's Joaquin. I think that was a cool tease. He had some sort of costume on. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We're thinking that it's his like comedy routine because he's like a failed comedian. At least in the comics he was. I don't know if they're still going that route here, but or in the comics in The Killing Joke he was a failed comedian, and
maybe when he's doing his comedian stuff, like someone's like, "You're a clown," and then like he gets all mad about that, and he's like, "Oh, I'm a clown." And he paints his face like that, and
yeah, I'll be a clown. Yeah,
I'll be a clown. You want a clown?
But yeah, I don't think as the final like Joker makeup. I don't think that they would just reveal that like right off the bat. I think they're just kind of like teasing that he's like the clown prince, but he's. I feel like they're gonna have a more classic Joker look.
Yeah.
Toward the end, because this is like the beginning. Like even like Batman Year One, he didn't have the same suit that we know. Like he had, sort of like a makeshift. He had like
pajamas,
yellow gloves and stuff like that. Like yeah, it was more of a makeshift suit than he has.
Alfred, get my onesie. I have to go out on duty. No, we were talking about it earlier, Ramos, where I was mentioning to Zach how cool it would be if he had that makeup on to say like he was involved with the criminals in the movie, like say it goes that route, and he puts this makeup on to hide his face to rob whatever he's gonna rob, and that's when he falls into the vat, and he has this makeup on already as a clown.
And it just like permanently stains.
It stains to his skin, and
which
then,
would be interesting.
And then that's how it become that green hair, the green look we're looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe he cuts it, maybe puts on purple, whatever whatever he does.
Yeah, but even if that's like the final design, but I feel like it's still like unlikely. But like even if it was the final design, I'm kind of okay with it as long as he gets the character right.
Yeah.
Like as long because like even like just like there's one tease like with the music and everything, like I was like okay that's the version of the Joker we're getting. Go for it.
Yeah.
Wow me because
See what happens.
Because like even like the Heath Ledger Joker when they first came out with that, like he was just like this scarred up, long haired, greasy looking guy. We were like, oh he looks like a henchman or like a fanatic of the Joker, not the Joker. And then he came out and delivered a huge, powerful performance.
I loved how they did. After seeing that today, it made me want to go watch Dark Knight Returns just so.
Dark Knight.
Yes, Dark Knight. Sorry, not Return. Dark Knight, where he run, like. He has like makeup on his face to look normal, and then he takes his glove and he just like wipes it, and he wipes it off his face, and it's the white makeup.
Oh, the original Batman of Jack Nicholson.
No. He did it in that movie too. In Heath Ledger did it. He took like remember he had regular makeup on, like where you just saw his face. He didn't have the white makeup.
I didn't know
on
that
yet.
he did. I didn't think that he did that scene like that.
He did something. I remember him doing something like that.
I remember he had normal person makeup on when he went to go shoot the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah. And
then like he just like ran off.
Yeah, but there was a part. I swear there's a part in it where he does something like wipes his face or does something you see. I want to say there's a part in there, but I could be wrong.
I know that was a big thing with Jack Nicholson. He had like a cloth and he
Yeah,
his forehead or whatever. Interesting. I have to go back and watch that.
I know. I want to say there was, but I can't remember.
Gotcha. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what they do with this Joker. But at the same time, like this isn't the official Joker from the DC film universe, so we'll see where that goes. But I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to this as much as I'm looking forward to Aquaman, to be honest, just because it's different. It's something different, and I love it because of it.
Definitely.
But yeah, hopefully we'll get more really cool like offshoots, like maybe a Constantine movie or something.
Or even a show.
Justice League Dark at one point was supposed to be a movie. That would be a cool Black Label movie.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But yeah, DC's definitely. I mean, like I think they're going in the right direction with like the Black Label comic books, the Black Label type of like indie offshoot movies and stuff. I don't know. It's cool. I didn't think that I would like. I didn't think that I would like Elseworld movies with the movies that we're getting right now, but it's interesting. It's interesting to like see like different directors' visions of these characters.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure. But yeah, anything else that you wanted to touch on?
No, I think we covered it all. I had a good time.
Yeah. All right.
Like always.
This is actually 12 o'clock on the dot. We usually run over. So.
Hey, what do you know?
Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
And like we said, Batman Damned just came out this week. Really cool book. If you guys get a chance to go out and check it out, artwork is amazing. It looks like you're reading a movie. We're not sponsored by this or anything. We just really like the book. So
I would love to be sponsored by Batman Damned, Black Label DC.
That would be amazing.
Hey, watch our show.
But yeah, we just really like the book, and you guys should go definitely check it out. It's the first of a 3-part series, so let us know what you think.
Check me out this upcoming Wednesday. I'll have a new weekly spill up. Check Zach out
over on Instagram. Fresh Cup of Comics on Instagram. I post daily updates on news and stuff like that. So the Daily Sip, you guys wondering where that went on this channel, it's on Instagram. It's just kind of like Instagram photos, video updates and stuff. So, but yeah, check me out over there. Stay tuned for the weekly spill.
Yeah, weekly spill. Definitely throw some comments my way. Tell me if I'm doing a good job, or if not. I want to hear from you guys. So
yeah,
hit us up. Hit us up on everything: Facebook, Instagram. Like, subscribe, do it all.
Heck yeah. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, joining the chat, guys.
I'm Ryan.
Zach.
See y'all later.
Have a good night, guys.